Hello my friend, are you ready for Europa League round 6? Then let's go! Before we start, make sure you press the like button and subscribe to this channel that you don't miss any of my picks. Thanks for your support, buddy. We will look at the games and the decisive ones and the best bets, and after all, you know, you will get my best bets at the end and the best Ecker. But let's start with Lask from Austria versus Toulouse from France. And in this group, we see that Lask has no chance to advance to the round of the last 16, and on the other hand, Toulouse has to win this game as they have 8 points. The recent results of both was a 1-0 for Toulouse, but as you can see in the French league, there were not a lot of good results of Toulouse recently. And in this competition, the biggest surprise was the win over Liverpool at home after losing 5-1 at Liverpool. I think that the Lask should have a chance here at home, and it's a close game at the end. I can't see a winner here, and we don't have the odds here so far in this program, and I think we can just hit the draw button here. On the other game, USG Saint-Gilloise from Belgium versus Liverpool. We have a clear favorite with Liverpool, and anything else than a Liverpool win would be a huge surprise. So only 16% think that the Belgium team is able to win this game, and I think 16% for that is already pretty high. In Group F, Panathinaikos versus Haifa, we have the clear home favorite with odds around 1.7 for Panathinaikos. Both don't have really the motivation to win this game, but anyway, Panathinaikos should be, with the home advantage, the better team. And the first game was a 0-0 at Haifa. So at home, Panathinaikos should win, but the 1.7 is a little bit too low for me to bet on. 72% think that Panathinaikos is gonna winning this game, and only 9% think that Panathinaikos lose this game. Rennes versus Villarreal, one of the best games in this round, as we have a French team versus a Spanish team, two of the 5 best leagues in Europe. And both are competing for the first place in this group, and Villarreal has to win this game if they want to surpass Rennes, but this will be not easy at Rennes. But Villarreal was able to beat Rennes at home, so yeah, the odds on Rennes are a little bit too low because they are the favorite with odds of 2.1. I would say this can be another draw, and because of the better odds for the away team, I would say draw no bet on Villarreal with odds around 2 will be a good thing. And about 54% think that Villarreal is not losing this game, including me. But it's still a very tough decision putting money on this bet, and I will decide prior to the game, 5 minutes before the game start, if it's really worth it to bet on Villarreal, as everything can happen in this game. Roma is ultra high favorite against Sheriff Tiraspol at home, but they also need a victory and a Slavia Prague loss versus Servette Genf to be first in this group. And so Roma should win this game, but with odds like this, it's no consideration. and you can't win a lot of money betting on Roma. So it doesn't make any sense to click on one here for me. So I say I won't put money on it, but the odds on a draw with 8 are way more attractive than 1.14 on a Roma win. No matter that the first game was a Roma win, but you see it was really close, and Sheriff Tiraspol had a red card and Roma was only able to win 2-1. So in a close situation like that, I would say it's not a good idea, and it's not a fair odd, only 1.14. So just go to the next, which is way more interesting, and nevertheless the same problem with a high favorite with Slavia Prague and a big underdog with Servette. Also kind of surprising, the first game was a 2-0 for Slavia Prague. It's not that big difference between these two teams in my eyes, and that's why I won't bet on a small odd winner like Slavia Prague. And again, a little unit on a draw is better than a full unit on a victory for a favorite. And because I risk to lose 100% and I don't want to do that, and on the other bet I only risk 1/5 or 1/4 of a unit, and if I lose that, I don't care. But if I lose a clear favorite bet, I'm really angry. But I don't lose these bets because I don't play them. In the Leverkusen group, they are clear number 1, 5 victories, only 2 goals conceded, and now again against Molde, which has to also at least make 1 point or not lose, because Karabakh can overtake them. And the first game between Leverkusen and Molde was not that clear. So the leader of the Bundesliga only had a 2-1 victory in Norway. Molde able to score a goal against Leverkusen, but at home Leverkusen is again a huge favorite, 1.36. Also no option to bet on that, and so just take your hands off this, and I don't want to bet on things like that. And Karabakh also clear favorite against Hecken. I just skipped this. Olympiacos versus TSC, and here we don't have odds. I have to look up on another page. Okay, 1.3 Olympiacos, but are they really that much better? I don't think so. And that's another X to just ignore this bet or bet on an X. I wouldn't recommend to bet on an X every time I press an X, because that's just a symbol for not betting. Or in some cases, you might end up winning more even this way than betting on the favorites. Very interesting game between West Ham and Freiburg. We have both with 12 points, but Freiburg scored 17 goals and twice as much as West Ham and conceded 5. And the first game was a 2-1 for West Ham, playing at Freiburg. Now at home they should also grab the group win here with a home win. The odds on West Ham are also too low to bet against Freiburg, and that's why I don't want to bet on Freiburg. I don't want to bet against West Ham. We have no option here to find a good bet. Ajax Amsterdam, Athens, and Ajax is really disappointing. They call them the worst Ajax team ever, and so They are favored with odds of 2, and I really don't like these odds. They had a draw away, and yeah, for sure they should win a home game from time to time, but on this Ajax team I don't want to place any money, and so I also don't think Athens is an option here. In the Brighton game versus Marseille, two really good teams against each other, and Marseille is number 1 in this group, and they only need 1 point at Brighton to be number 1 and advance to the next round as the group winner. So the odds are 1.6 on Brighton. Here also I would say we don't find a lot of value with 1.6 on a team which made a 2-2 at Marseille. And also the last results of Brighton against Burnley and Brentford were not clear winners, also not clear against Athens in this Europa League. On the other hand, you see Marseille has a streak of really good winnings, so I would say it's not a clear Brighton win. We find more value on the Marseille side, and again, I don't really want to bet against the bookies here, but yeah, I think the 1.6 on Brighton is too bad. Cyprus team Aris Limassol versus Sparta Praha from Czech, and the Czechs are the favorite with odds around 2. Aris has 4.1 for a home victory, and the first game was a 3-2 win for Praha at home. So yeah, that means the Cyprus team is not that it's not impossible for them to make a point, maybe, because on the other hand it's not really interesting for them to win this game as for Braga, because they can be maybe even group winner if there's a draw between Betis and Rangers. So Braga will do everything to win this game, and I think they should be the better team in times like that, and 50% of the people think also that Braga could win. But the odds are 1.93, a little bit too low to be into my betting strategy. This is an interesting group, and the other game between Betis and Rangers is also about the group winner. The winner in this game will be group winner, so Betis has the advantage playing at home. But as you can see, they lost 2 games in this group stage, and one of them was the 1-0 at Glasgow. And why should Glasgow not also have a chance in Spain here in this game? As yeah, they have really attractive odds of 4.7, and I would say this is an option to bet on draw, no bet on the Rangers, maybe even Rangers with a plus handicap, so that we also win if there's a small loss with 1 goal, maybe, that we can get our money back and win this with a draw. And there are a lot of possibilities on the Rangers side here, and the 1.9 odds on Betis are not really attractive here. One thing I really don't understand is that Atalanta Bergamo is a huge underdog playing at Poland against Raków. In the standings we have Atlanta first with 11 points, but should they now say we don't want to win this game and just give away points to a Polish team? I don't think so. And they won the first game with 2-0, and I think why shouldn't they now also not win the game. And I really don't get why Atalanta has odds of 4.2 in this game. I mean, they recently were able to beat AC Milan in the league with 3-2, and Milan is playing in the Champions League, so they should be able to beat Rakov on any day, and we really get huge odds on this with 4.2. So that is one of the craziest odds on this game day, but there are always reasons for that. So yeah, Rakov is the favorite, and they the bookies think that they might win this game, but yeah, Atalanta should be strong enough not to lose this game. And the last one we have in this group stage is Sporting versus Sturm Graz. The Portuguesians have 8 points and Graz has 4 points. The Austrians can't make it to spot number 2, even if they win against Sporting. And in this situation, Sporting also with a home game, and I've been several times to Lisboa, one of my favorite cities in the world, and I know that the Sporting fans are really great, and I think the team doesn't want to show them a bad game in the last game of this group stage. So they should also win this one with 1 or 2 goals in advantage. And 70% of the people also think that, because Sporting is a really attractive team. They had a close victory in the first game in Austria, but in their own stadium with their great fans in their beautiful city of Lisboa, they should be able to keep the points at home. Okay, let's sum up the results and the best bets for this last round in the Europa League group stage. Before we start, make sure you press the like button and subscribe to this channel that you don't miss any of my picks. Thanks for your support, buddy. These results are only for fun, and I really don't give a fuck about the results. I only have 3 interesting bets here. One on Liverpool draw no bet, one on the Rangers at Betis draw no bet, and one on Atalanta draw no bet. And to be honest, I don't really know if the odds are correct, but they have to be in this range at the moment. And so my 2 eckers are the following. I would combine Liverpool with Atalanta, Asian Handicap 0. We get odds of 6.75 for only these 2 teams not losing their games, and if they win, we win this ecker with really good odds. And the more riskier one is also not impossible, that Liverpool wins with 2 goals in advantage at Belgium USG, and Atalanta wins also with 2 points in advantage against Rakov in Polonia. And if they manage this, we get odds of 42 with only 2 bets on 2 of the best teams in the whole competition. So in my eyes, yeah, that is really attractive at the end. Yeah, bet not too much and enjoy your rest week, and then let's see us next time. All the best.